Hey beauties, I am Farlie Solomons and welcome back to my channel. Today's look is using those vibrant shades that we get to see in our palettes and we really don't know what to do about it. And so let's begin today's look. The palette that I've used today is Fenty Beauty, and the first shade is these two shades from the palette. It's called Spice Trip and Come and Get It, and this goes on the crease line. Back and forth with a fluffy blending brush on the crease line. The next shade is So It To Me, and this goes on the entire eyelid. I have wet my brush with a setting spray and then dipped it into the shade and then applied it on the lid. Make sure you stay within the crease line and keep it tight on the entire lid. Applying a little bit more of the shade. The intensity depends upon you. I really wanted it dark, so I kept applying the shade almost 3 coats and then blending it well on the edges. Going again with the same shade. As you can see, I have used a flat brush for this. And then blending the edges again. Keep blending and keep diffusing the edges as much as you can. That's the technique. And going back with the first shades that I've used, I am basically just going over the crease line and pulling the shade out towards the end of the eyebrow. And as you can see, I'm just pulling it out and blending it at the same time. And then using the shade Evil Genie from the same palette, I have used a flat brush for this, and this is a dry brush and I have not wet the brush this time. I have simply placed the shade over the previous shade that I used and applying it well on the entire eyelid. And then going back with the first shades that I used on the crease line. Same technique. Keep diffusing the shade and just pulling it out towards the tip of the eyebrow. And then going with the shade Nuts and Dates. This goes on the outer corner of the eye, and as you can see, I have used a very small dome shaped brush for this, and basically I'm just placing the shade on the outer corner and buffing it into the crease line, and at the same time I'm just pulling it out towards the eyebrows, the tip of the eyebrow. Going with the shade Marrakesh, and this goes near the tear duct on the inner corner of the eye. It's a very subtle gold and it's not quite shimmery as it looks like, but it's a really nice shade. And then going back again with the first shades that I used on the crease line, basically diffusing it again. All I'm doing is diffusing the crease line as I keep adding shades. And then going with my liquid glitter, and this is Stila Follow the Sun, and this goes exactly on the gold that I placed before. Just like that. I have used a very small flat brush for this, and as you can see, this goes exactly on the inner corner of the eye, and then again diffusing the edges. Going back with Marrakesh, I am simply going to highlight my brow bone a little bit, and this looks quite a lot, so I'm just going to diffuse it a little bit by simply brushing it off. That's it. Adding a little bit more on the inner corner, just spreading it and then diffusing it a little bit more. All I want is to just diffuse any edges that I see. That's really important. And then adding the shade Evil Genie a little bit. Going with Heavy Metal, Urban Decay Heavy Metal, and this goes exactly where two shades meet. I mean the Evil Genie and the gold, and exactly where the transition happens. I'm just placing this over there. And then going with Come and Get It, I'm simply going on the lower lashes, under the lower lash line with this shade. And as you can see, I'm just placing the shade and just diffusing the shade under the lower lashes. And then going with Nuts and Dates again, I am placing the shade on the lower lash line and then just dragging it out towards the outer corner. Just like that. Keep adding the shade little by little. And then blend it well. Blend it some more and pull it out. Going back with Evil Genie, I'm just going to place this on the lower lashes and just diffuse it. And as you can see, I'm not going to pull the shade out. I'm just, in fact, just going to stop on the outer corner of the eye. And then removing off the loose powder that I placed under the eyes just to prevent any fallouts. I'm just going to remove it off. And then I'm just going to blend all the shades really well. Adding the shade a little bit more and then just blending it. Make sure you always blend with light hands and don't be too hard in blending shades. Then going back with Heavy Metal, I'm just going to place this in the middle of the lower lash line, just like that. And I kind of like that hint that gives to the eyes. It just takes the whole look to a new level. And then using Dior crayon eye pencil, I'm just going to fill the waterline, the lower waterline as well as the upper waterline, just like that. And this is how it should look like. And then going with my own lashes, Farlie Solomon's Love Queen lashes, and I'll show you how this lashes is just going to bring out the look. And as you can see, it's a really gorgeous lashes, and the style is called Love Queen, and it's quite a light and easy to handle lashes. For the mascara, I have used YSL today, and this goes just on the lower lashes. I have used a curler just to curl my upper lashes. For the concealer, I have used Bobbi Brown today. And this goes just a little under the eyes. And then blending it with a beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is always damp before using it. And then applying some loose powder over it, I have used Cape Tokyo Zero Base. The bronzer that I have used today is HourGlass, and this goes right on the hollows of my cheeks, forehead, nose and the jawline. Just run the brush well. A little bit on the nose. For the blush, I have used Benefit Rockateur. I'm just going to brush a little bit of this blush on my cheeks. And it's a subtle blush. It goes well with the look. The highlighter I have used today is Cindy Dew Manizer. It's a liquid highlighter and this is quite subtle as well. And this goes on the highest point of the cheeks, that's the cheekbone, and this also goes a little bit on the bridge of the nose. Like I said, it's a subtle blush, it's a subtle highlighter. And for the lips, the shade that I have used today is Loreal Color Rich Matte in the shade 640. The second shade that I have used is Maybelline Totally Toffee in the shade 215. And the third shade that I have used today is NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. And this is how the shade looks like. It's super gorgeous. And this is how I use those vibrant shades that I get to see in most of the palettes that I buy. And I hope you liked this look as much as I loved creating this look for you. If you found this video to be helpful, please hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Take care. Bye-bye.